Morning students, we'll start with our chapter 5 of unit 2, which is direct 3D 11 rendering pipeline. So introduction, rendering means if we are setting a certain zone for our color ranges or shapes to our animation, how we are doing it through our games. So the primary theme of this chapter is rendering pipeline. So given a geometric description of 3D scene with a position or oriented virtual camera, the rendering pipeline refers to the entire sequence of steps of necessary to generate a 2D image based on what virtual camera shown in the figure. So rendering, what it does, it creates throughout image through a virtual camera how it is visible. So the basic computer color, that is computer monitor, emits a mixture of red, green, blue light through the each pixel. So RGB is the actual pixels graphics which are being shown in rendering. So when the light mixture enters the eye and strikes on the area of the retina cone, receptor cells are stimulated and neural impulses are sent down on the optic nerve towards the brain. So what happens if light shading is done? It can be a light or a dark light. So shades on the retina keeps on changing, and for that what we require is mixture of colors, and the brain interprets such signals and generate different colors. As the light mixture varies, the cells are stimulated differently. So for each and every cell, the mixture of the colors will be different, and for which different colors will be generated. So the figures shown are like this. Once light is added, it can be magenta, it can be yellow, green and white totally can have can, then blue and combination of red can be magenta, red and green mixture can be yellow. So they have a darker red, then they have a brighter red, and color variations vary. Likewise, some vector operations also apply to color vectors. For example, we can add color vectors to get new colors like 0, 0.0, comma 0.5, comma 0 plus 0.00 0.025 which will give you a new range of values and new range of colors by combining medium intensity of green color with low intensity of blue color. We get dark green color. So colors can also be subtracted to get new colors. So colors deduction and color increasing can give you color variations, and they can give you alpha, green, red, blue. So 32 GB or 32 bits are being shared. So what does a rendering pipeline do? So given a geometric description of a 3D scene with a position and oriented virtual camera, so they have been given a virtual camera and a position on the rendering scheme. What will happen? The rendering pipeline refers to the entire sequence of steps. It will go through all these entire steps of the process and to generate a 2D image, and based on the virtual camera sees. So how virtual camera will capture it, on that basis it will go. So the it shows the diagram of two side how it will get the color shadings and everything. Then you will have input assembler, then you will have vertex shader, you will have full shader, you will have tasseler shader, domain shader, geometry shader, then you will have stream output, rasterizer, pixel shader, and output merger. So all these are under GPU resources, buffers, textures, all these are added. Means they will have input assembler, you will put a value. Vertex shader is it will draw the outline through the vertex shader. Then you have how hull shader means inside whichever color is there. Tesserator shader, that is outside any image shadow is been there. Domain shader, the main stage. Geometry shader means any scaling is being done, so for that geometry shader. Rasterizer, increasing decreasing things are done. Pixel shader, each and every point and pixel is added with the color or not. And an output merger, that finally whole image is being merged and given into output. And this is being done for the GPU resources, buffers, and textures. So for all the buffering and texturing is being done to give it a look and feel through the virtual camera. The input assembler stage reads geometric data from memory and uses it to assemble geometric primitives. So geometric data like vertices and indices, then triangles and lines, merging of such assemblers is being done. Vertices are mathematically the vertices of a triangle where two edges meet. The vertices of a line are being the end points for a single point and the point itself to its vertex. So joining of two different points is done by the vertices, and that is being the combination in vertex colors. Next is vertices are bound to the rendering pipeline in special direct 3D data structure called vertex buffer. So vertex buffering is done. A vertex buffer just stores a list of vertices in contiguous memory. So loading of vertices of each and every done in contiguous format, not a sequence format. It can be in any sequence. However, it does not say how these vertices should be put together to form geometric primitives. In contiguous manner, if they are arranged, it will not tell you how it should be arranged, but it are in somewhere a geometric format. So these are the rendering pipeline codes which are being put for the vertices. Topologies are used, primitive topologies are used. So all subsequent drawing cells are being put together. Then you have point list, line strip and line list, which is used for a point is list is specified by this particular function, and which is used for, with a point list, every vertex in draw cell is drawn as a individual point. Every point is given a separate value. Line strip, each and every line will be given a separate value. And line list means when there are varieties of lines together combination for a polygon or triangle, that time this particular primitive topology underscore line list is the function which is being used. So these are the types on which your topologies work when they are combined together. Topologies also, they connect with the nodes, so they also use this vertex format only. That is the reason here they have given the name topology. Next is indices. Indices is raised to values, means I cannot have only one combinations, I can have more than one or more than two combinations at a time. For that we go for indices. As already mentioned, triangles are the basic building blocks for solid objects. So triangle as the basic building block object for 3D. And the following code shows the vertex arrays used to construct a quad or a octagon using triangle list. So with the help of triangle list, a octagon is being used. Octagon means 8 sides and quad means 6 sides. So how vertices are being arranged here is being shown with the help of the triangle sides. Next is the vertex shader. After the primitives have been assembled, the vertices are fed into the vertex shader. So once primitives and points are being drawn, then they are included in the vertex shader. The vertex shader can thought as a function that inputs a vertex and outputs a vertex. So it will input one vertex and output the same. So for that, every vertex drawn will be pumped through the vertex shader. From every vertex will be pumped through a vertex shader. The vertex shader function is something we implement, but it is executed by GPU for each vertex. Vertex can be implemented, but it is executed by the GPU. So it is very fast. Many special effects can be done in the vertex shader, such as transformation. Through vertex shader we can do transformation, lighting, displacement mapping, etc. Remember that not only do we have access to input vertex data, but we also can access textures and other data stored in GPU memory, such as transformation metrics and scene lights. Through vertex shading we can do this particular functions also. With this we have completed with one topic of chapter 5. Next topic we'll see in the